Hello everyone, my name is Gabriella Lesker, Narrative and Experience Lead at Oxide Games.
And I'm Victoria Tori-Setyan, Design Director at Xbox.
And welcome back to the Encarta series for Aura History Untold. If this is your first time with us, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell for more Encarta episodes, dev diaries, gameplay tips, and other post-launch offerings.
Which nation are we looking at today, Gabriella?
Today's nation is Canada.
Let's jump in.
The region that constitutes modern-day Canada was inhabited by indigenous communities for many millennia before the arrival of European colonizers, with complex societies established by First Nation and Inuit communities. Around the 16th century, France and Britain became some of the most involved European powers in the region, with France establishing the colony of New France in 1534. In 1763, France ceded most of their North American territory to the United Kingdom after the signing of the Treaty of Paris, ending the 7 Years' War. Over the next few generations, the now British colony of Canada would continue to expand and consolidate its territories. Through World War I and II, Canada saw an increase in economic prosperity and state sovereignty. The Constitution Act of 1982 officially released Canada from British power, established the Constitution of Canada, and solidified its Bill of Rights through the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
To represent Canada, our History Untold is spotlighting John A. MacDonald. Originally from Scotland, MacDonald's family immigrated to Kingston, Ontario in his youth. As a lawyer by trade, MacDonald was elected to the province of Canada's legislature in 1844, growing in status and power to eventually become premier, or deputy, of the province of Canada. He was a key player in constitutional reform and uniting the former British North American colonies into one confederation. The new nation had increased autonomy, but was a loyal member of the British Empire, with Queen Victoria remaining head of state and MacDonald as Prime Minister. Under his leadership, Canada saw expansion of its borders, increased economic growth, and a strong centralization of the government. While many remember John A. MacDonald for his contribution to the expansion of Canada, he was also responsible for the mass suffering of the First Nation people. Under his guidance, the Indian Act, which gave the government power over First Nation land, resources, and finances, became much more oppressive. He also funded the development of residential schools aimed at assimilating Indigenous children into Canadian culture. John A. MacDonald died in 1891 after serving nearly 19 years as Prime Minister of Canada.
His boreal forest trait gifts your nation with an ongoing supply of fur each turn. This trait also raises the housing across your cities, enabling them to expand to a moderate size before the need for additional dwellings. His woodsman trait ensures a bountiful harvest of timber from forests, while his discipline trait accelerates the construction of government and military structures. By efficiently utilizing timber and fur, you can swiftly assemble a formidable military. Finally, his pacifist trait reduces unit strength outside of your territory by 10%, encouraging a focus on defensive strategies rather than aggressive expansion.
Selecting John MacDonald as your leader is a strategic move for leveraging forest resources to fortify your nation and military. When playing defensively, you should focus on building key improvements and triumphs to grow each city. His leader trait provides additional housing in all cities, mitigating the need for outward expansion. By focusing your efforts on research and quality of life, MacDonald will be able to keep up with his more specialized rivals.
For governments, a monarchy will benefit John in Act 1 by securing his capital and providing additional prosperity. The policies allow you to increase your capital's siege defense until you're able to build a palace, and then it can provide a boost to all quality of life stats. In Act 2, a feudalist government aids in a defensive playstyle by providing increased harvest production and security across your nation, and the policy options can increase siege defense in all cities, or greatly increase build production towards military improvements. The latter option pairs well with his discipline trait, allowing you to construct military improvements in record time. Finally, in Act 3, a fascist state can help John fend off rivals by increasing strength to forces within your territory, and it unlocks wars of annihilation, useful for longer military campaigns. Its policies can increase research or production in all cities, or you can increase your force cap and develop large defensive armies. The fascist government has a lower city cap than most in Act 3, but this plays into John's strategy of developing a strong, localized nation with many citizens, thanks to his iconic leader trait.
Let's talk triumphs. In Act 1, Nemrut Dag is a grand triumph that increases your city cap and provides additional housing for the city it's built in. Later in Act 1, Angkor Wat further plays into Jon's defensive playstyle by providing 40 security to the city it's built in, while shrines will also provide additional security and prosperity. In Act 2, the Brandenburg Gate will help you gain allies by providing 15 points to established relationships with other nations. By using gifts, you'll be able to gain the trusted status with another nation, allowing for trade agreements, research agreements, and alliances. Finally, in Act 3, the Eiffel Tower will generate prestige every turn once constructed, and slotting in experts will increase its prestige output, handy for leaders like MacDonald, who rarely gain prestige from war and similar efforts.
Thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to subscribe for future Encarta episodes, and let us know in the comments which nations you'd like to see featured.
Follow us on the social platform of your choice. Join the Insider program at arahistoryuntold.com and explore Ara History Untold on Steam, Windows, and PC Game Pass. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.